Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to add some sphere indicators. We want to see some like bullet holes or something showing where did we just shoot. Okay. So, but before we do that, we need to understand coroutines. So basically a coroutine is a Unity way of handling tasks that have a delay. So it's a special method that has a delay in it, but it'll just delay that particular method and allow everything else to keep running in the background. Okay, so let's add the following code to our existing code that will add some sphere indicators. So we used to have some code here that had the log that showed us what were the x, y, and z coordinates of our hit. And so now instead of displaying something down at the bottom of the screen here, we're going to say, hey, take that hit point, the x, y, and z coordinate, and let's send it to this guy called sphere indicator. But this guy is a coroutine, so we're saying start coroutine. Okay, so anyway, we're going to add this code to our existing code. Okay, and let's do this. Write this note down. Okay, so start coroutine sets our coroutine in motion, and we're sending some parameters, our x, y, and z coordinates. So this is basically a method call for a coroutine. Okay, and so then down here, this says right here, start coroutine. Say, hey, start this coroutine down here. Okay, this is the coroutine header. It's just like the method header, and it receives the parameters. So hit.point, so it's sending the x, y, and z coordinates to this guy called vector3. The name of this vector, no, his name's it's not called vector3. It's called POS, position. Okay, so position is now holding those 3 x, y, and z coordinates. Okay, so this right here, we make a box called sphere. And what are we putting in our box called sphere? Well, we can put a game object. What kind of game object? We're putting a sphere in there. So we have a box called sphere that's holding a sphere, but right now it has no location, except for now we're saying, hey, guy in the box called sphere, we want you to transform. And I was like, well, where do you want me to put me? Put me at POS. So it's going from here, the x, y, and z being stored here, and then finally we're using it here. That's where we're placing our sphere. Now, here's where we start using this deal that is a coroutine. We say yield because, hey, we want to pause for 1 second before we destroy the sphere, right? But while we're pausing for 1 second, we don't want to pause the whole program. We just want to pause this coroutine called sphere indicator. So when it says yield, it'll go back and do this, go do that, go do the other thing, and eventually it'll return after 1 second and then destroy the sphere, which is obvious what that does. Whatever guy is in the box called sphere, he gets destroyed. So the sphere will disappear. Okay, so let's give it a shot. Okay, so let's give it a shot and see what it does. So if we put that new code, so we wrote that new code in our guy called Ray Shooter. So here's all the code now. Something like that. That's not it. Here it is. Okay, so here's all the code we just wrote. Okay, so we just updated this guy, and let's see what he does now. We hit run, and you can see that wherever I click, a sphere will appear, and it's kind of funny if a sphere can appear on another sphere and push you backwards. It's kind of funny. But anyway, so now we have our sphere indicators. But what do we need now? We need a way to aim. Okay, so what do? We're going to add some more code. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add this. So this is the same thing. This is Ray Shooter. So we already had this camera code, right? But now we're going to lock the cursor. This is going to cause problems, by the way, because it locks the cursor. You can't click on anything you need to outside of the program. But we'll talk about that in a second. And then this thing, we're adding this code right here. So go ahead and add it and test it and see if you get your little cursor. There should be like a little cursor right in the middle of the screen showing you where you're going to hit. Okay, so but let's talk about it a little bit. Okay, it locks the cursor onto the game screen. Okay, you can't take the cursor off the game screen unless you hit escape. So if you're having problems, you have to hit escape. Cursor.visible equals false, makes the cursor invisible. And then the on GUI is the basic UD user interface. It's just like start in the fact that it constantly does is say, hey, do this. Okay. No, it's not like start. It's like update. Sorry about that. Okay, so on GUI, basically we're setting the font size. We're finding the very middle of the screen, and then we're putting an asterisk in the middle of the screen. Okay, and by the way, write this note down about rendering. Alright, so what do we have now? Well, let's test it. You should have something that looks like this. So you should have a little cursor in the middle of the screen, and whenever you click, you should be able to get a indicator. Okay, so we can aim and shoot, and if you can't get out of here, you have to hit escape, and then you can stop it. Okay, all right, good. All right, what do we need next? We need some targets or enemies to aim at, but that is in part 3, I believe. Let's see what's next. Yep, that's in the next part.